Join the girls. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
What's happening?
girl. What is going on with all this scammy, jammy stuff going on with these ladies?
It's terrible. Just tell the
Ah,
truth. Tell the truth. Jesus.
are people just allergic to the truth? They create their own fantasies and then want everybody to buy into it?
Hey, when you say it 3 times, it's the truth.
Well, I guess I could just tell everybody I'm Nas's wife. I say it 3 times. It got to be true,
It's
right?
the
That's
truth.
crazy.
Yep.
Okay, what about this doctor, this Cheyenne Bryant calling herself a doctor?
The one who trademarked her name, that's why she's a doctor.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible. Terrible.
As if no one can trace back the paperwork. Now, there was a lot going on about her not having a degree, not being a licensed doctor, but calling herself a doctor and having clients.
Yeah, that's dangerous. When you start talking
Yes.
about having clients and sitting down and trying to help someone with their issues and you're not a doctor? Oh, God. That's
and
so
I
dangerous.
and I read somewhere that she's treating people with mental illness.
Well, mm, allegedly, she crazy too. Lying like that.
Oh, critics online have argued that many viewers assume she is a licensed psychologist or actively practicing therapist when she is not. What do you mean assume? If you call yourself a
Yeah.
doctor, then people assume you're telling people you're a doctor, and if you're not a doctor, that's very misleading.
She can't even produce her credentials.
Ah,
The school burned down or the school gone or something. I don't know.
why can't you produce your diploma? Why can't you produce your transcript? Why can't you produce a photo of you graduating? Everybody has those.
Hmm. Everybody but her.
She think we dumb as they come, huh?
Yeah. Well, she's got along this far, telling those lies. Nobody checking her.
And this is another thing too. It's like you cannot trust that these platforms, including mainstream media, are doing their due diligence and checking the backgrounds of these people before they put them before you.
Mm-mm, they're not.
It seems to me that if you have a big following, they will put you on, not even researching whether you are who you say you are, and that's very dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the point where, like I said, you got clients, that is dangerous. You can send somebody off the edge.
My goodness. My goodness. I just can't believe it. She's on all these platforms. She's speaking on panels. One gentleman that was scheduled to speak on a panel, he went on his social media platform and said he refused to do it.
I
He's
saw
backing
that.
out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
And
he
he said he
should.
would. Yeah, I don't blame him. If you're really serious about your brand and you are really authentic and to be with someone who's considered not authentic, and
Yeah.
if they're not being truthful and they call themselves treating people, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be a part of that either.
I don't blame him. I would jump ship too. Mm-mm. Let them handle that. I don't blame him. Like they were
She
saying, there's no way to be an African American person and not have a degree, diploma somewhere in your mama house, in your mama basement, in the shoebox. Go find it, girl. Go find it.
If you can, if you had it, why wouldn't you produce it? Everybody has it. Your mom may keep it. You're right, African American. The mom, you went to school, you got the degree, but mom keeps the degree and everything at home
Yep.
with her.
Yep. That's a
But
huge
also,
lie. That's a huge lie.
she went as far as producing a book.
Mm,
And she was on she had a billboard on Times Square. And let's talk about that. Um they came at her. Everybody came at her. Her critics were like, "Oh no, this is crazy."
yeah. They're refunding people back who, if they want their money back from the book they purchased, they're getting their money back.
But you know what? I don't even know who is the actual publisher because again, Did you not research her background and you guys just gave her a book deal? Like anybody could just get before you and you put, well, you know what? It kind of
She could.
remind me of the guy that did the same thing on Oprah. Remember the guy? He had a book that he lied about his lifestyle or whatever, something about a million pieces or something.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna figure
Hmm.
it out. But yeah, I remember doing that. This guy, Oprah gave him the platform. This guy made waves and he was reaching millions of people. I think he even made a lot of money behind it and all for it to be found out that either he was writing about somebody else's life, it really wasn't a life that he lived. And he was found out about it. The book was a fraud like he was a fraud.
Well, maybe with her, maybe she paid for her own publishing.
What do you mean?
Like maybe she published her own book and just had like
What?
a vendor to sell the books. Because I don't know if they'll fact check you if you writing a book. Who knows?
Well, I think it might be one of the big publishing houses. I'm trying to find the actual. Oh boy.
That's a big lie. Jesus have mercy. How can you continue to tell that lie? But like I said, you say it 3 times is the truth. So
Well, I find out people that lie like that, they start believing their own lies
of
to the
course.
point where they believe it to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck trying to get some sense into somebody like that because they believe their own lies. So now they just believe it to be true. It's just some craziness going on. But I know it was some publishing company. I don't think it was a fly by night company. Let me see. I should have pulled this stuff up before.
She's a mess. She was on the Breakfast Club cursing and saying otherwise she not
What?
producing nothing. It is what it is. And the
What's the
place,
harm if it's true?
well, she said it 3 times, so it's the truth, but it's still a lie.
And for these platforms to continue to have her on, pretty much they just care about views
Yeah, I
because this
agree.
lady is no bit credentialed than the man on the moon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you putting other people's lives in jeopardy. I mean, you sitting there trying to help somebody get their self together, and you all jacked up.
And then
Wow.
once in she goes from motivational speaker, she even has a name necklace that says doctor
Doctor.
on it.
Well, she is. She trademarked it, so she's still a doctor.
Oh, I guess I need to go trademark my name and create something too myself.
Oh my God. She's a mess. So how did they find out that she lied? What happened? How did it come about?
Good question. Okay, but hold on. We'll get there. Okay, so let's talk about her whole billboard. The name of the book that quote unquote Dr. Cheyenne Bryant wrote, the title is Live Your Promise.
Live your
And
lie. Go ahead.
live lies. Okay. So she posted, it's a picture of the billboard. And she posted, Happy Live Your Promise launch day with a green heart. My new book is now available on all platforms where books and audiobooks are sold. Get your copy! Exclamation mark. God put me on a billboard in Times Square, y'all.
Now she
I'm
lying on God.
beyond, yeah, I'm beyond grateful.
Jesus. God ain't put you up there to be lying like that, lady. Now stop lying.
Gee whiz. So here's some of the comments after Dr. Cheyenne Bryant posted that. So here are a few comments which I found rather funny. One poster said, Why are you still lying about being a doctor?
Hmm.
Why are you lying about these transcripts, which you can get to this day from Parchment? You don't have a license. You aren't a doctor. You're lying about your educational credentials. You are a danger to the community.
Yes.
Ethically,
Mm-hmm.
you should never be on a single panel again.
100%. hundred
Now,
percent.
let's go back to what you're saying. You were talking about the publisher. You thought it was just somebody she may have what partner with or something,
Or she
something
did it
like.
herself, maybe. But yeah.
Okay, well, according to this poster, they tagged Penguin USA and Penguin Random House. So I don't believe Penguin USA is no small publisher. This is a big publisher,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. So this person tagged Penguin USA and Penguin Random House, And she says, she is not a doctor. Your book is false advertisement and you will get sued. Someone added on to that and said, she trademarked the name Dr. Bryant and
Hmm.
classified the services as coaching, motivational speaking, and entertainment, which means she always knew she wasn't credentialed.
Yeah.
But she'll likely argue that Dr. Bryant is a character or a stage name.
Yep.
Now, Penguin House, I believe Penguin House is a big deal. They're no small mom and pop publisher, and shame on them. Yeah, Penguin House, think about it. They're not new to this. They've been doing this for a while. So that's something else to consider, that if they put this woman out here and her calling herself a doctor, no, Penguin is not no little small publishing company. On their website, it says, welcome to Penguin Random House. Welcome to the world of Penguin Random House books. Explore the topics and categories on this page to learn more about how we partner with authors to bring you over 70,000 digital and 15,000 print books each year. Somebody fell short over there.
Yeah, but they ain't fact checking that stuff. I'm telling you, they're not doing that.
Well, they're supposed to. When you're a big publisher, that you're hoping that everybody is really doing that. So this is proof that they're not. They're just going by popularity. So she may have a big following on social media. So you're not even making sure the books you're publishing and sharing to the world that these are credentialed, legitimate people. That's sad.
Yep. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Well, that's sad because I think Penguin Random House even print books for schools,
Hmm. That may
if
be a
I'm not
problem too.
mistaken. I know. Well, yeah, we know how that goes. Okay. Oh God, someone else said, Miss Bryant, mental health professionals in our communities are already doing work against various odds. Though I am retired from the field, I still honor the integrity required to be someone committed to helping our people heal from centuries of trauma. And I didn't have to pay for a billboard spot and pretend God did it.
Yep.
Why? Integrity. Woo. Someone else wrote, actually, you can put yourself on a billboard if you pay for it. I did that for my wedding anniversary, that exact billboard. And then someone responded, right? We both saw each other's on Times Square. And someone said, hey, sis, yes, and this chick got to stop lying, Lord.
Hmm.
Now, this was another one. It said, I want to be really clear about something. It's not the purchase, it's the lies.
Yeah.
Betting on yourself is a beautiful thing. $150 to get your work in Times Square? Do it. But not if your work lacks integrity and is actively harming your community. Black people are under attack on every side in trying to survive the fall of an empire. Our mental health is paramount. The relationships that cover us matter, and you are trifling with both like a plaything. We deserve better, sister.
She don't care because if she cared, she won't continue to go on these platforms. She'll go somewhere and sit down. But she continued to voice her opinion and tell those three lies that equals the truth. So I don't know.
Everybody was saying that because of her beauty, that they're giving her platforms without even doing the work to research and see if she is even credible or even someone that should be even speaking on the things that she does. And I think she's mentioned something about that. I just think it's
Wow.
disgusting. I think someone also reported her. I saw them report her to some organization to
Like they
have them look
should.
into her. Yeah.
Like they should.
So someone else said, so you're just going to keep lying even though anyone with two brain cells to rub together know you're lying? Oh, and don't blame a billboard on God.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else said, God didn't put you in a billboard. You paid for it. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day you learn you cannot trust even some of the credible um, mainstream media or credible podcasts. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to do the work yourself because you hoping that these people are vetting the people they're putting before you, but as we see, I don't think so.
Nope. Likes and clicks and make that equals cash. So they don't care.
Yeah, it's sad. as if no one was going to find out that she herself don't have the credentials, but she continued. And it's a slap in the face for those who have done the work,
Yeah.
who have studied, who put in the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they are legitimate doctors.
Yeah, I agree. We
I
got
think it's really terrible.
we got to find out how did this come about? What happened? What brought this to the forefront? What?
Let me see. How was it discovered?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I found online. Oh, okay. I think it's credited to TMZ. It says during an appearance on a podcast, Bryan stated that she is not licensed to practice therapy, which prompted viewers to investigate her professional credentials more closely.
So she did it to herself.
Big dummy. In the words of Fred Sanford, big dummy.
Whew. She
And
for,
also something else. Go ahead.
I said she forgot to lie, I guess, and started telling the truth.
Online critics and some mental health professionals questioned her use of the title doctor and asked for proof of her doctorate, including dissertation records and degree
Hmm.
verification. Bryant has said she earned a doctorate through the now closed Argosy University and has argued that the school's closure made some records difficult to access. Oh, how convenient.
Hmm. Girl, please stop telling
That's
that lie.
that. Oh my God. That's terrible.
Hmm.
Even if they're non existent or they close down, you still should have your certificate and photos.
Well, I think I heard that she said they closed down and all the information was given to like a third party, and the third party vendor, whoever it is, only kept the record for 2 years of whoever whatever they had was only 2 years of record. So that's way beyond her time. So that's why they don't have anything for her. Still lying. Still lying.
Well, even if that's true, you should have your own degree. You should have a physical copy of it. If you don't have the transcript, you don't even have photos of you walking and marching down the aisle, or you don't have a picture of you getting your degree as you're lining up with your cap and gown. Everybody has that.
Nope. They said I guess she was doing a podcast, maybe at home. She got all these picture frames behind her. They said like Holly Hobby and all those different colorful crap, but but no degree. It was like 30 or 40 picture frames on the wall, but the main one that she needed, it was not there.
Oh gosh. And she's doing all these platforms and she's having conversations and people are booking her left and right and having her speak on panels. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Everybody better do their own due diligence and think for yourself and don't just assume that a person being placed in front of you is who they are, because people are just doing things for looks, views, and it's just sad. It's sad. Nobody's doing the work.
They need to go back and ask for a refund. And I don't know if the insurance company was paying her or not, or individual self-paid people. Go get your money.
Someone online saying that they were going to request money back for that book
And they
that
should.
she. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Lord have mercy. Who is the next one? What about this Stormy? What's her name? Stormy Wellington.
Yeah, oh God. She's another
Now
one.
she is on what, 20-year probation? She got sentenced to
Yeah.
20 years of probation. Girl, what?
Yeah. That low vibrational 20 years.
That plate must have been low vibrational, and so was your activities, because now you in 20 there,
Oh.
yellow. Oh, that is crazy.
And I think she took the 20 years. I don't think she has to pay any money back, but she took the 20 years. She better not sneeze wrong. You going to jail.
She better not even jaywalk, because she gonna get knocked up.
Yeah, but she was
Yeah,
lying too. You gonna tell the people they gonna be making six figures within a month and stuff. Come on, girl.
she calls
Please.
herself a coach too. So as I was reading through it, it
Yeah.
said Stormy Wellington, she's often called Coach Stormy. She built a large following through entrepreneurship coaching. personal development events, and network marketing. Oh my goodness, network marketing. So critics have long accused her business model of relying heavily on recruiting people. That's like a is that like
A
a
pyramid
pyramid
scheme.
scheme? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's skip over that. So that's what it is. So in April 2026, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission
Hmm.
announced action against Stormi Wellington, alleging she used deceptive earnings claims while recruiting participants into MLM ventures.
Mm-hmm.
The FTC alleged she made or promoted misleading representations about how much money participants could earn.
Yep, I heard
Welling-
that.
Wellington settled the matter without admitting wrongdoing and agreed to restrictions regarding future earnings representations.
Mm-hmm. I think she has to tell them like how much she's making. She cannot give advice or tell someone how much they're gonna make if they. I don't even know if she can do any business ventures. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. So pretty much like motivation became manipulation? Is
Yeah,
that what we talking about here?
sound like it.
Allegedly?
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Oh my good girl, 20 years.
That's a long
Girl,
time. That you
girl.
gotta walk the straight and narrow. That's crazy.
And I think the most the person made, if I'm not mistaken, like $5,000 when she was supposed to be making millionaires. I think she promised they were gonna make millions.
Yeah, yeah. 6 figures and some. At least that she told them. Hmm.
Oh God. Oh boy. So let's talk about our girl, our transgender beauty, Dominique Morgan.
Poor Dominic.
I love me some Dominique Morgan.
Oh my
Oh, I
lord.
love her. I just
Why, Dominique? Why?
like I just don't know what she was going through, but I thought this was like years ago. Okay, let's just give a little bit of history on Dominique Morgan. But Dominique, I love her commentary. I love her view on things. I did enjoy it. Okay. Dominique Morgan is a nationally known transgender activist, speaker, and former executive director of the Okra Project, a nonprofit that supports Black transgender people. So the controversy started like in 2024. Brooklyn prosecutors charged Dominique with grand larceny and falsifying business records relating to like approximately $100,000 in funds allegedly intended for a transgender bail assistance program.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors allege the money was diverted for personal expenses, um, and not used for its intended purpose. So the reports indicated that the Ochre Project discovered financial irregularities after requesting documentation for bail payments and conducting an internal review. And then in 2026, there was reports that Dominique entered a guilty plea conviction related proceeding tied to the case, prompting renewed discussion within activist circles about accountability and trust in nonprofit leadership. Now, from what people were saying, and someone did the research, allegedly Dominique was earning like $200,000 a year.
I heard that.
At one point, allegedly close to 400,000.
And you had to steal a
So
hundred?
someone thinks that there is more to this story. They think Dominique is a scapegoat, but they believe someone else is more to it. That other people were taking money as well. And I'm just repeating what I heard, not sure if there's any truth to it, but someone even went as far as saying that someone well embezzled money and built a house in Puerto Rico or something like that. I read. I'm like, well,
Oh
what was
my
going on with
god.
the Okra project? Well, did anybody get out? Did anybody get bail money?
Hmm. Wow.
Now Dominique has a history, of being in prison, and she has a very what would you say?
Wait a minute. What you say now? What you what you say?
Dominique has a history of being incarcerated.
And
You
and
didn't know that?
and when she went to jail, what was it for? Embezzlement?
Um, Let me see. Dominique Morgan's rap sheet. Now, I think she spent several years. Okay, let's see. Oh God.
Please.
Yeah, United States versus Morgan, number 21-5053. Oh boy. Yeah, she's been to prison before. I think she even been in group homes. I think she actually told her story, you know?
But if you have sticky fingers, stay away from the cash.
Yeah, you may not want to be in charge of that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I remember my professor, one of my professors, she stated early in her career before, she became a professor, in her younger years, she worked at a bank. And she
Mm-hmm.
said that it was so tempting seeing that money in a vault that she knew she needed to leave that job because she just felt that if she stayed any longer, she would probably find herself in a bad situation just being in custody of that money.
Hey, at least she knew. Time to
She
go.
knew. She knew it and
Look,
she said it. If you know something that's not good for you or you know it's too tempting, you need to let it go.
look at Lil Nell. Lil Nell said she took 50 racks when she worked at the bank.
Lil Nell, the comedian, I
Yeah,
love
she sure did say it. She took 50
her.
racks. She said, she even did time behind that too. But they had
Oh,
they had to catch her.
and how they caught her was she got pregnant and she went looking for assistance from
Yeah.
the state, and they knew that she had a warrant out for her because the bank no longer existed by the time they
No.
caught up with Lunel.
Yeah. She said she knew the bank was going under the way that the things were being handled. But she applied for WIC for assistance. Yeah.
And she forgot about it.
She said, honey, when they came knocking on her door, Lunel tried to jump out the back window. But they was outside waiting for her too.
Oh my God! What did
Hmm.
she do with the
I
50,000?
don't know. But she said she ain't paying nothing back because who you paying back? The bank went under. She
Okay, so
just
they
did her
just
time and that was it.
oh my yeah, that's a federal crime. You don't want to
Yeah.
deal with the feds.
Mm-mm. But if you got sticky fingers, stay away from that cash. Cash, checks,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
You don't want that. You don't
No.
want that.
Because maybe she got that position because she's been there a couple of times and maybe she could mentor someone. And
Absolutely. She
yeah,
she herself was incarcerated and she knows
right.
like a lot of times people can't afford bail. And I think that it was a great a great project to have. But once again, like you said, if you have sticky fingers and you know that I just want to know more about the story because well, they were saying that she bought a Benz and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. And she spoke about it before everything happened. Well, while she was going through it, and she really couldn't elaborate on it because it was an open case. But she made me feel like there could be more to the story than what was being told.
Yep. They made her turn herself in too.
Do you think that she knew she was going to be sentenced?
I don't know. I don't know. But I know they made her turn herself in. That's crazy.
I'm looking at something now, and this is what is this in 2023? It's on them.us, and it's
Hmm.
titled "Black Trans Activist Dominique Morgan just had an Omaha street named in her honor." Oh my God!
What? Oh my goodness.
Legendary activist Dominique Morgan is believed to be the first out Black trans woman to have a street named after her, an honor that was bestowed on her earlier this week. Morgan is also the first formerly incarcerated person to receive that honor in Nebraska history, according to Gay Magazine. Morgan is currently the director of the Fund for Transgenerations. She's a longtime organizer for the abolition of the prison industrial complex, having served as the executive director of queer abolitionist organization Black and Pink from 2018 to 2022. So she has a history of working in the community for trans people.
Hmm. It sounds like she started off good.
Okay, so here's a quote from Morgan. All right. There is something incredibly moving about the idea that young Black folks will walk down the street in a historically black neighborhood named after a black trans woman who, at the age of 12, was placed into the back of a police car for the first time on the exact street, Morgan said in comments reported by GLAAD. And at 16, she found herself navigating homelessness. And
Wow.
by 18, and by 18, incarceration.
Hmm. Sad.
So listen, she was arrested for so-called survival crimes at 18, explaining to local outlet KETV that she would steal cars and sleep in them when she was homeless.
Hmm. Wow.
Dominique Morgan was incarcerated for 10 years,
Oh my God.
including 18 months in solitary confinement, and got out in 2009, having earned an associate's degree in culinary management while incarcerated.
All right. Yeah.
She since earned a master's degree from Georgetown University and is one of the few black trans women to run a multi-million dollar philanthropic fund, according to GLAAD.
And sitting in jail right now. Come on.
Oh, God.
Dominique, do better. Do better.
In a press release, Morgan added that her maternal grandmother owned a home on that street when she realized her queerness and trans identity as a child. Did she get sentenced?
I don't know. I don't
Wait
know.
a minute.
I know she had to turn
Wait.
herself in, but I don't know if she got sentenced yet.
Oh, according to the Okra Project, your statement said Dominique will be sentenced on May 28th, 2026.
Wow.
So let me see.
That's like next week.
Yeah, if you go to the okraproject.com, they have Q&A and updated statements. There was a question asked, why didn't you handle this in-house? This was asked of the Okra Project. And the answer given, it was attempted. Here's what that actually looked like. July 2022, our fiscal sponsor requested Form 1099 documentation for the individuals who had allegedly been bailed out using over $90,000 of the Okra Project's funds. Ms. Morgan had requested and received a cash advance to conduct this alleged bail bond program in Nebraska and Georgia. At the time, Ms. Morgan was the executive director of the Okra Project and also one of two board members. The financial controls and oversight that currently exist at the Okra Project were not in place in July 2022. What?
Hmm.
In July 2022, no one at the Okra Project had the authority to review or question Ms. Morgan's cash advance when it was issued. Huh?
Then why
No
she
checks
sitting?
and balances?
Then why she sitting in jail? Nobody had to approve it.
And nobody probably, did they tell her that she couldn't do certain things with it? Okay.
Hmm.
So here they go. They proceeded to say, okay, they said also, all right, let me continue.
They about to clean it up.
After receiving the fiscal sponsor's request for the Forms 1099, staff learned that this documentation was not in the Okra Project's records.
Hmm.
Staff was internally notified of missing supporting documents. Internal conversations and questioning began. Documentation to substantiate the expenditures was requested from Ms. Morgan, and she provided receipts purportedly issued by the two sheriff offices in Nebraska and Georgia, identified by Ms. Morgan as having been involved in the release of the individuals who were bailed out. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Yes. Oh God.
That's real life.
Okay.
So there were inconsistencies noted by staff related to these receipts. Specifically, officials in both Nebraska and Georgia stated that the receipts were not bona fide. The individuals named on the receipts were not in the court databases.
Oh my gosh. You
There
know
were
that's a paper
no
trail. Why did she do that? Go ahead.
there were no records of the bail payments noted on the receipts. In or the format of the receipts did not align with the receipts for bill paid. Oh, that's all I need. If y'all want to read the rest of this, go to the okraproject.com. Girl.
That's a paper trail. How you gonna say you bailed somebody out? You don't got the proof that the person was in jail. The name. Come on.
Case
You
closed.
you you
Woo!
you asked for those 10, 15 years they giving you now. You asked for that.
Yes.
She asked for it. That's crazy.
Oh, there's always a paper trail. Woo!
Paper
That's enough.
trail, court documents. Come on. You bailed out Sally Smith, but Sally Smith had never been to jail. So what?
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
girl.
Oh
You
my
you you asked
goodness.
for that.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see what happens to Miss Dominique. I didn't know all the backstory on it, and reading it now, girl, it looks like a case closed.
Well, honey,
Case
part
closed.
part two of our podcast will be on that one. So but look out for part two.
The life and times of Dominique.
Oh,
Oh
Dominique.
gosh.
Come on, girl. Come on.
Oh
This day
wow.
and age, you doing foolishness like that? Come on.
Oh God.
Mm-mm.
All right, girl. It's time to hang up on this one.
I agree. Whew. Bye.
Bye.